Well, good evening, everybody. We got a beautiful, beautiful evening here in Alabama. We've got some rain expecting. We've had a little bit of sprinkling already. We've had rain off and on over the last day or two, and it's been wonderful. They've been getting watered and soaked, and they've been getting fed, and everybody's just growing. But you may hear rumble off in the distance. You know, I've said before that I need to sit and have a talk with everybody. Well, we need to sit and have a talk. You know, when I came to YouTube a year ago, it was just to document some stuff for grandchildren, for friends, because I was making some preparations. And here I am a year later, and the only thing that's really changed is now I have 4,500 people in my life that I didn't have before. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I have Parkinson's. Everybody knows I deal with Parkinson's, or I think everybody should know I deal with Parkinson's. And I've said before, Parkinson's isn't my biggest issue. And I apologize for describing things like I'm about to and saying things that I normally wouldn't share with people, but I almost have to put things in perspective a little bit. There's different kinds of Parkinson's. Michael J. Fox has Parkinson's. He kind of wiggles and moves around quite a bit. That's more typical Parkinson's, that you see people who have tremors, wiggle like this. And some of it can be caused by medications, synthetic levodopas and stuff like that. Muhammad Ali, bless him, he had Parkinson's also. He was very stoic, very rigid, very stiff, very frozen. I'm more like Muhammad Ali. I have what they call, and there's different types of Parkinson's. I have what they call dystonia. I'm more frozen. And it's, it's slowly freezing my muscles. It's not just taking away my ability to move, lift my arms and move my fingers and type on a keyboard, walk, just tie my shoes, just anything in general, period, because I'm freezing solid. But it's also freezing my chest muscles, my muscles that control my breathing, my heart, my diaphragm, my swallowing, etc., etc. I'm losing my ability to communicate because of it and speak. You hear how I struggle talking. In my videos, I'm always swallowing or choking or coughing or something. I have coughing incidents which have gone from every few months to every month to every few weeks to every couple of weeks to once a week. You kind of see where I'm going with this? Choking is one of the top 2 causes of death in Parkinson's. That's just some of the issues that the Parkinson's causes, just some of it, just a tiny little glimpse of it. But as it shuts things down and turns muscles off, it causes a lot of issues, a lot of problems. I'm not saying any of this for sympathy, to get subscribers. I don't play the YouTube game. I don't fill out all this stuff and do things to get subscribers or get them to share my videos. I came here a year ago just to document some things, and now I'm sitting across the table from 4,500 people and having to, tell them bad news. Robin Williams was diagnosed with Parkinson's. Bless him also. after he passed, I found out that he had Lewy body disease. I've been diagnosed with Lewy body disease. It's not something that they've recently diagnosed me with. It's I've had it for well, the biggest difference between Parkinson's and Lewy body disease, to begin with, is with Lewy body disease, people get dementia up front, and then as they slowly decline, they get the Parkinson's symptoms. With Parkinson's, people don't get dementia till towards the end. And if they're lucky and they can control their muscle memory and exercise to control that muscle memory, they can live 25 to 30 years. With Lewy bodies, it's averages 5 to 8 years after diagnosing, and I'm 7 years into mine. Again, just to put things into perspective, and you can see where I'm going with this. I'm not going anywhere right at the moment, but I'm struggling daily, and I sound like I'm whining about what's going on a little bit, and I hate it. I hate to hear that in my voice, because I don't like to complain and bitch and whine about this stuff, but it's already leaking out into my videos, I can tell, and other things are leaking out of my videos, I can tell, that because of this. And I also feel like I'm kind of deceiving everybody. I'm not being honest with everybody. I'm not being upfront, because I'm pretending like I'm just going on, everything is normal, and I'm building my canopy, and I'm growing orchids and working in my garden. And I am doing that. I am doing that because I have to. Excuse me. I have to keep busy. I have to pretend that everything's normal, because just sitting around thinking about it is just too much. It's just overwhelming, and it's not productive. I'm not one of those people to do that. I'm saying this because I can honestly sit here and say I don't have 10 years. I'm not going to be here for 10 years. I'm not going to be here for 5 years. I'm not going to be here for 2 years. A year is probably going to be stretching it. Right now I'm trying to make it to the end of the year. 6 months. Again, there's so many people so much worse off than I am. Look around me. I'm surrounded by beauty, and I'm very, very blessed with what I have and who I have. I have the most incredible wife. When I was diagnosed, she went back to school. She graduates in December. That's what I'm fighting for. But this is getting too tough, because I'm no longer going year to year or month to month or even week to week. I'm now on a day-to-day basis, and it's just becoming overwhelming. And I'm feeling so guilty, because I'm making friends, and I'm making more friends, and it's getting bigger, and it's getting bigger, and it's getting bigger, and I'm getting more attached to people and more attached to people, and I love that. And I've made so many friends, and developed the most incredible relationship with people that I've met over the internet. Some I've had the pleasure of speaking to on the phone, and some I'm very, very close to, and are already deep in my heart. And it's just not fair to just disappear one afternoon and leave everybody hanging. I'm not trying to put a downcast on my shadow, or a shadow downcast on my channel, or make people sad, and I'm sorry, there's no way to do this and it not come off that way. It just, the whole situation sucks, and there's nothing I can say about it. There's no way to do this that doesn't come off bad. Trust me, I've done 50 videos and deleted them all because it just comes off bad. I didn't really intend for this to all happen. It just kind of happened. I just got caught up in it like everybody else did, you know. I didn't know people were going to look at my videos, and it just kind of grew. I've enjoyed every minute of it, and I want to continue doing it. I hope this doesn't end my channel, but I just feel like I need to be upfront with people and be honest with people and let everybody know, because I'd rather sit here and spend what little time I have left, which is, I don't think that much based on what's going on with me right now. I'd rather spend it with friends learning how to grow orchids and sharing information and doing something productive than dwelling on the negative and fighting with that every day, all day long. I feel like I'm letting people down and disappointing people, and it's the last thing I'd want to do with friends. And I'm sorry if I talk openly about this and kind of nonchalant about it, but I've been dealing with this for a while, and hiding about it and not talking about it and just pretending it's not there and not happening is doesn't work. Trust me, it doesn't work. I'm fortunate enough that at least I have some time before it, you know, things end, to get my stuff straight and to enjoy what time I have left and to take advantage of the time I have. I could sit around and dwell on that negative stuff and just be a, you know, miserable SOB, but that's just not me. That's not who I am, and it's not what I want to be remembered for. Life's already been too short. I sure don't want something bad to be my legacy. I didn't know a year ago I'd be in this position. I didn't know a year ago I'd be sitting here in front of all these people, sitting across the table from 4,500 people, talking to them about this. I had no idea, never expected it. I was making preparations myself, and now I've made it difficult, and the bigger it gets, the more difficult it's going to become. I hope everybody understands that. That's why I have to kind of come clean and be open about what's going on. And I'm not saying this for sympathy or to get people to feel sorry for me. Please understand, I'm in good hands and I'm very blessed, and even as bad as the situation is, I know in my heart that everything's going to be okay, that everything's going to be fine. I mean, with my last dying breath, I'll never stop waiting for that miracle or believing in miracles. I'll never, ever stop believing in miracles. And then I also hope somebody can crack this code and figure out how to fix this stuff, fix this horrible, horrible, horrible disease. It's not the life I chose, but it's the hand that's been dealt with me. It's the hand I'm going to have to play. It's the hand I'm going to have to finish with, and it's the hand I'm just going to have to live with. And again, I'd rather make the best of it. And I couldn't think of a better way to do it than to spend time with friends, doing something constructive, and trying to help other people if I can at the same time. But I learn too from you, remember. Again, I'm very, very sorry. I'm not trying to be selfish here, but I'm going to have to change things around a little bit on my channel, and I hope this doesn't end things. I hope everybody understands and is understanding about what's going on here and how I'm going to have to probably start slowing things down. But instead of just disappearing, I'd rather slow things down and show my plants when I can, talk about them, and continue talking about growing and nutrients and things like that. Learning together, helping each other grow. I'd much rather do that. And if I can't speak, then maybe I can get the camera lady to come speak for me. But I'd rather say goodbye than just disappear and everybody just wonder what happened, and somebody has to come tell everybody what happened. It's just not my style and not how I'd like to treat friends. It's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I never in a million years thought I'd be in this position, or even have to have a conversation of this nature with anybody for that matter. It was hard enough letting friends and family know what was happening as it was happening. I can't tell you all how much y'all mean to me and how much strength you guys have given me and how much you've helped me get to this point in my life. All the questions has been, like I've said before, it's exercise for my brain, and it's really helped me get to this point, I think, and helped me come along. And it's going to continue, I hope. But as things progress, and I can tell they're progressing, I'm going to have to start making use of my usable time, if that makes sense, my usable time, because between the time when you see me or hear me on camera like you are right now, or when you see a glimpse of me in a reflection in a door, or a little movement of me on a camera shot, that's a moment. You're catching me in a moment. Like right now while I'm talking to you, I'm having a moment where I can speak, I can move, I'm making sense. I know what's going on around me, and I can move. You know, and it's all lined up, kind of made. It works. When I have those moments, sometimes I stay up for days at a time because I never know when they're going to end. I try and take advantage of them, get as much done as I can, and I never know if I'm going to wake up from the next one. In between these moments, I have times where I don't know what's going on. I don't know who I am. I don't know people around me sometimes, and I can't move. I'm frozen. Unfortunately, one of the things that comes with Lewy bodies is medications. One of the symptoms of it is medications don't work very well. I've taken all kinds of medications and none of them have really helped. Days when I almost just couldn't go on, when I almost just couldn't get out of bed and just didn't have the strength and just thought this is just really beating me down. Seeing people's comments, seeing the kind words, the thoughts, the prayers, the messages, seeing the feedback, the response when somebody tells me they have roots growing or they got a new shoot growing or a bloom spike coming out, a rescue orchid is making a turnaround, would just warm my heart, just warms my heart and just puts a smile on my face that's so hard to get rid of, and just makes everything else just kind of dissolve and just wash away. And I can't thank you all enough for that. I want to continue on, and I hope we can. Again, everything's going to be okay. Don't feel sorry for me. I'm very blessed. I'll take all your thoughts, all your kind words, all your kind thoughts. I'll take all your prayers, and I'll take all the karma you can send. I appreciate every bit of it. And what I don't use, I'll pass on to those who need it more than me. And like I've said before, for every little tiny little bit you guys think I give you, you guys give me hundreds and hundreds back. With all my heart, I say thank you. I don't think I'll say thanks for listening, thanks for watching. It just doesn't fit here. Lots of love from Alabama. Just lots and lots of love from Alabama.